I hope you all are doing well today. So, I just wanted to share with you an update that I did in our home to the fireplace mantle and also the bookcase. As you can see, it's a little blah, right? It needs a little more life in it, a little more oomph. Okay. So, keep in mind that my style is more modern, contemporary. So, if yours is more bohemian or maybe more, let's just say farmhouse or whatever style that you like, make it in your home. But listen, this is what we are not going to do, overspend. Okay, so if you need to save a little change in order to freshen up your home, do that. Okay, but we're not going to sacrifice, our light bill. Okay, to decorate our home, we're not going to do that. Okay, so this is a picture of the final reveal, right? So I just sort of did a video of the final reveal. Okay, so as I said, my style is more contemporary, and the colors that I am drawn to for some reason is teal. I just love the color teal. I think it's such a rich color, right? And I love it mixed with golds and cream, and I think it has a very rich and luxurious look to it, right? And also keep in mind that our home is under 1,000 feet, so it's not a large home by any means, but you can make it as beautiful as possible. Now here you can see, we do have the fireplace here. My husband actually ended up painting the fireplace and the mantle. The color of it is white dove, I believe. He purchased it at Home Depot. Okay, so that was a nice color to bring into the living room as well. And then, of course, this is a close up here, and I have all of the books that I enjoy reading, and all the things that I like looking at, right? So, when you're decorating, remember this is a place that your family's in, that you're in. You want to decorate it where you want to look at it and it makes your heart sing and it makes you happy, right? So, I believe that I finally accomplished that in our home. And then here's a still picture here. Now the drapes here are actually purchased at Macy's. I think they were like 150, $200 or something for two pairs, and they're DKNY, right? So catch them on sale at Macy's. Okay. Now this is the bookcase, I think it's the right side of the bookcase if I'm not mistaken. And as I mentioned here, just something very inexpensive. I shopped my home. Actually, the bottom right vase, the small one there, I've had for over 10 years, right? And so the teal vases I actually purchased at TJ Maxx, and then the gold ball, I think I purchased that at Home Goods. But everything else, I just sort of shopped my home. Okay, so always, do that because you don't want to overspend too much, right? You want to the way that I shop is I do sort of the high low format, right? So, you may pair something that is extremely expensive with something that's inexpensive. Okay. Now this is the other side of the bookcase. And here I put a picture frame here that has a picture. Actually, it was a picture of my husband. We were in Hawaii, I think, for our anniversary, and my husband, just took a picture of the water there, right? So that's a cheap way to add art and color into your home as well, right? So, maybe you can go to the park or to the beach, or go to the lake or something like that and just take a picture, right? And you can display that picture in your home. And also, listen, I am not sure that if this is a gold duck on the middle shelf. I don't know if it's a duck or a bird. Will you tell me? Because my husband and I are debating about that, right? We're debating about that for some reason. I am not sure what it is. But back to the frame. So I purchased three of those from Amazon for under $10. I think it was like 12, maybe $12. I'm sorry. But yeah, so again, I just shot my home, the gall balls and everything, right? Now here we have our frame television. And I don't know if you're familiar with the frame, but you can put artwork on your television, and it looks like, it looks like it's a piece of art, but really it is your television, okay? Now, there's a story behind this television, okay? I was not comfortable with the cords being behind the wall, right? So what my husband ended up doing was he just took the cord and sort of um, made it go down the wall and to the right. Okay, so what I did to camouflage the cord was use the teal vase here that you see in the middle. That's actually hiding the cord, right? And then of course, went down the wall and to the right. And so I sort of camouflaged it with these two things here that says blessed, right? So that's actually there to camouflage the cord. So that's a great way, if you want to incorporate a TV without putting it behind the wall, this is a great way to hide the cord, okay? Now, I also wanted to mention as you can see here on the right and the left, I have these candle holders, and these were actually purchased at Pottery Barn. So this is a great example of high-low, right? So they were a little bit costly, right? But I incorporated with, listen, cheap candles from IKEA, okay? So, just mix and match, okay? Now, this is actually living room chairs that we purchased to go into the living room to sort of flank the right and the left side of the fireplace mantle. Okay. Now, these have seen better days. Okay, so we wanted to do a refresh, okay, and update it. I think my mistake was purchasing them with white in it, right? That was a mistake. Now, this is actually the new chairs that we have that we are flanking to the right and the left of the bookcase. And, there's sort of a modern contemporary feel to them. I'm not sure if the color is coming off in this video. However, they are sort of almost not really dark, but almost a dark teal color, right? And they also have these beautiful lines in them, right? A very structured chair. Now, they are quite uncomfortable. Okay, so they are great to look at. However, they are a little bit on the hard side, but that's okay because I like the look of them, right? And of course, I'm sort of trying to emphasize the gold chair legs. They have a gold color to them as well. So yeah, so this is the updated version of the chairs that we purchased. Now, I also wanted to just show a still shot of the way that the chairs, I wasn't able to get the full chair, but you sort of have an idea of the way that they're flanked on the right and the left side, okay? So these are just sort of still photos that I have inserted here and, just sort of take a look at it and maybe you can get some ideas from it. And then I'm going to be sharing this video of a final sort of overview of the way that everything turned out, okay? So I hope that you have enjoyed this video. God bless you. And I would love to hear maybe some decorating tips that you have or share with me if your style is more modern, contemporary, or farmhouse. Okay. I would love for you to leave a comment. I always love reading your comments, you guys. Okay. So always feel free to do that. Okay. And God bless you. And remember, do not ever give up before the miracle happens. God bless. Bye.